I'm officially call this meeting to order at 6:01 p.m. Anyone want to give us a word of prayer? Okay, thank you, Penny.
Thank you for the blessings, thank you for the grace, thank you for the love and mercy. Thank you for your hand that we just pray will be guiding our country, Father. We are in such dire need. Thank you for the things that you go before us and do, and be with those that are sick, Father. Lift them up. We ask these things in your name.
Amen. Next, will the election committee, or election chair come forth? Next on the agenda is the oath of office, and Lily and
Here. Got the videos of
Do we do what back here?
No, Carol, my picture. Be Billy out. Y'all everybody smile.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
This is the installation of our new officers, Chakota Indian Community Oath of Office. If you would, I do solemnly swear. To faithfully execute the office. Did you all say your office?
I was vice secretary.
Of the Chakota Indian Community.
I was community.
And to the best of my ability to preserve.
And to the best of my ability to preserve,
Protect and defend. The office of the Chakota Indian Community. So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new board.
There you go.
the election chair referred to the new board of officers. All those up here are antique, so anyway, there's nothing new about us, but anyway, we're proud to serve you at least another year or so. Next, we need a roll call of officers.
Here, Donna, present. Max. Here.
Present. Let the minutes reflect that a quorum of officers are present with the absence of Malia. I need a motion and a second to use the sign-in sheet as the official roll call for the members tonight.
I make that motion.
Motion by Pat, second by Jeff Francis, to use the sign-in sheet as the official roll call for the members tonight. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next, we'll have the reading of the minutes from the last meeting.
Evening. I'm almost scared to get up here. All these spooks in here. Monday, September the 9th, meeting called to order at 6 p.m. by Mildred Burkhalter, invocation given by Pat Longfire. Roll call, all officers present. Motion to use sign-in sheet as roll call by Lily Hill, second by Martha Armstrong, motion carried. Reading of minutes by Ansel Keybone. Motion to approve minutes as read by Jeff Francis. Second by Pat Longcrier, motion carried. National Council Representatives Darrell Proctor and Galen Cloud gave report on current and upcoming issues and answered questions. Creek Nation Tribal Representative Speakers, Brett Hayes, Health Administrator at Eufaula Clinic, reported on various items and answered questions. Amanda Grover, Pharmacy, spoke on various items. Report. 1, smoke shop report given by Mildred Burkhalter. 2nd, community and CMD funds report given by Sue Henson. Motion to approve reports as read by Jeff Francis, second by Joyce Weeks, motion carried. Old business. Number 1, community issues. Discuss elders trip. Vicky reminded everyone to update. New business. Number 1, community issues, none. Announcement. Halloween costume contest, October meeting, 5 places. Gathering of the communities, September the 23rd in Okmulgee. Volleyball Saturday, September 14th at Talapa, Okmulgee Indian Community having singing. Benediction given by Mildred Burkhalter. Adjourn, motion to adjourn by Vicky Dan, second by Martha Armstrong, motion carried. Time of adjournment 7:14 p.m.
You heard the reading of the minutes coming from the last meeting. I need a motion and a second.
I make a motion.
Okay, motion by Vicky and second by who over here? Homer Dan,
Yes.
motion by Vicky Dan. And Homer, second. There's a motion and a second on the floor to approve the minutes as read from the last meeting. All in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. I'm looking out over the crowd. Any National Council representative here? None. Okay. Item number 7, Creek Nation presenters, speakers, Mark Harjo, reintegration. Okay, come forward.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Harjo. I'm the outreach coordinator for the reintegration program over in Henrietta. Are many of you familiar with reintegration, what it is and what we do? No? Okay, if you are, awesome, but if you're not, it's fine. So basically what our program is and what we do is we help our Muskogee Creek tribal citizens that have been formerly incarcerated within the past 2 years. So, say somebody gets out, we'll say yesterday, they have 2 years to come to our program to try to receive services to try to get back on their feet. So really what we do is we help them with that transition from being incarcerated back into society and becoming a productive citizen once again. Some of the things that we help with is, housing, food, clothing, trying to help them find a job. If they want to go back to school, try to figure out what their plan is, what they want to do, kind of what the rest of their life versus getting back into trouble, turning back to crime and going back into the system. So it's pretty much what our program was designed and created for. We've been active for almost 20 years now. And the reason it came about was because there's always a place for them to go to, for committing the crimes that they do. But once they get out, they have nobody to turn to, nobody to help them. That's why the program was created in the first place. We have huge backing support by our national council, the executive office, the principal chief and second chief, huge supporters of everybody of the program and what we do over there, because we're changing the lives of our citizens that we have instead of throwing them back out into the world and not having anything to do. So we give them hope once they come out. They come to us, like, hey, here's our plan, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna do something with your life this time. We're your second chance getting out. Now, I say second chance, and once we kind of started this program, when I got there 8 years ago, I've been there 8 years now. It was a one-time assistance program. So you come through once, some of the things we help you with, that's it. We can't help you again. But over the course of the years that I've been there, we can help somebody for so long and they can do good for so long. But all it takes is, something to happen, they fall off the wagon, they do drugs again, they start drinking alcohol again or something. Somebody could just had a bad day, but they did good for so long. And then we just can't help them again because it's a one-time program. Well, now basically, kind of the way our program is okay, you need services again, come in and talk to us, see what we can help you with. What are you trying to do? What can we actually help you with? What, you did awesome the first time, what led for you to, fall back into once again? What can we do to help you get back on your feet once again? So, I mean, sometimes it's a pattern with everybody. We'll have somebody come through, they'll be there 2 weeks, a month. Oh, I don't need this program, this and that, and then they'll just, or they just weren't a good participant. They weren't fit for our program and what we were trying to do. They just needed a place to stay, so they came to us. They didn't have their head on right. And usually when we get those, we'll say 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road. Hey, I know I tried to come through here, so long ago, it didn't work out too well, but I'm ready this time. I'll take it full advantage. And we hear that all the time. Some of them mean it and some of them don't. But that's just, a risk we have to take. That's what our program is created for. That's why we have jobs. That's why we're there. We're there to help these individuals. But being there for so long, we know who's ready, who's serious, and who isn't. And so one of the things that kind of helped our program, I guess, kind of explode or kind of get out there. So we started offering this fiber optic lineman training. When we first started doing it, we partnered with OSU IT. We saw it as an opportunity to have a good paying job for those citizens that have that felony conviction on their record. Because it's hard for them to go out and find jobs. That's basically why they turn back to dealing drugs or stealing or, something of that sort. So kind of once we got into this, we went through a few of our classes, sent them out to work, and they're doing awesome, making tons of money for the things that they were learning to do. And we're currently in our 17th class and have graduated over 150 students now. I can't tell you how many of those are still actively working, but I do know that some of the ones that were in our very first class are still working, and we've been doing this for 3 years, and they're doing awesome. Yeah. And majority of the people that come through our program, we can advertise on Facebook, have a commercial, whatever it may be, but our biggest advertisement is always going to be word of mouth, or somebody that knows that's gone through the program and they know what they're doing out there in the field, how much money they're making doing this. One of the things that gets me is they hear that and they call me, hey, I know somebody that's gone through the class. How do I get in it? That's fine. Dandy, that's perfect. I'm glad you're interested, but do you really know what you're getting yourself into? Because it's not easy work. I know everybody's, pretty familiar with high voltage linemen. They do make a lot of money, traveling, doing this and that. Once your electricity goes out, somebody's got to go out there and turn it back on. This is different. So this training is very physically demanding. We don't use bucket trucks out there in our training. And now when you go out into the real world, they'll probably use bucket trucks, but you're more valuable when you actually know how to climb and you have your climbing gear. So that's what they're learning when they're out there. You're learning how to climb these poles, 20 to 30 feet up in the air. So part of our process for putting somebody into the class is, okay, you're interested, let's see how serious you are. Come to our training site. We equip them with all the climbing gear, have them climb for about, 30 minutes maybe. For some people, it's not for everybody, but You know, some people really enjoy it. You know, some people will tell you, oh, no, I'm not afraid of heights. You know, I can do this. Once they get up there, we've had some, you know, we've even had some start the class. I'm not, this ain't for me. I guess I was afraid of heights. Like, dude, it's not for everybody. That's fine. But yeah, like I said, it is a very great program. It's 8 weeks. So, you know, we're not training somebody for 2 years, having them, you know, build up this huge debt of tuition fees and, you know, all this and that. It's an 8-week training course. It's $3,100. If you are a tribal citizen, we try to figure out the best avenue for our tribal assistance program for you to go to get funding for this. You know, we've helped Choctaws, Cherokees, Cheyenne Arapaho, Seminole, Creeks. We try to figure out how we can get everybody through this class. There's always job opportunities for everybody coming through the class. There has not been there hasn't been an instance where somebody has not had a job coming out of this class. And, you know, we used to kind of advertise like, oh yeah, there's 100% guaranteed job placement once you go through this 8-week training course. Well, over time, you know, we've learned the opportunities are there and we can present them with you, but we can't make you go to work. They're there and you know, we can have the contractors, employers come out and recruit you, you know, this and that, but we cannot get you to work. You know, once you graduate and you leave our training program, it's all on you. We provided you with the tools and the necessary skills to go out and make it. But like I said, for you to keep that job, that's not our responsibility. And then also, your your class performance while you're going through the training means a lot as well, because it's hard. I mean, it's almost like, you know, training somebody that's new to your place of employment. You know, you don't want to send somebody to an employer or a contractor who's lazy, who doesn't show up, or just doesn't do anything. It's hard for us to try to send somebody like that to employers or contractors that we partner with to take out of this class, because you do that, nobody's going to want to take our students that are graduating anymore. So that's why I say class performance goes a long way when you're going through this 8-week training course. It's 8 weeks, 4 days a week. Like I said, it's just 4 days. I mean, some of us work 5 days, some of us work 7 days. 4 days of class. That's all it is. And it goes by very fast. I'll tell you that. You know, it feels like we just started class last week and we're in our 4th week now. We're halfway through it already. And our next class will be starting on December 2nd. So, like I said, we have everybody come out and try it out before we actually throw them in the class, because the last thing we want to do is have somebody start the class and then, I don't know, we'll say, just like I said, 2 days, oh, this ain't for me. We're not gonna put a bill on somebody like that, say, oh, well, you still owe us $3,100 even though it's not for you. We're not gonna do that to people. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, you know, that first week of training, usually like a trial run, we'll see who's in and who's not. And like I said, you drop out that first week. I'm not encouraging anybody to drop out, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you don't have to worry about being in debt to us that first week. Another thing that we are about to start offering is a fiber optic splicing program. Now that isn't as physically demanding as the lineman program is. You know, it's kind of more about a table setting, splicing fiber optic cable. Very tedious, detail-oriented work, but I've done it myself. It's very simple, but you do have to have a lot of patience, good eyesight. I'll tell you that. But that pays very well, almost as, you know, as much as the linemen get paid. I wouldn't say quite as much, but it's good work to get into for sure. Now, another thing that we were doing earlier this year is we were assisting a lot of our tribal citizens with getting their driver's license reinstated, because we had a grant program that was allowing us to do so. But we exhausted all that funding due to sending people to treatment, inpatient rehab for 30 days or longer. And so we kind of exhausted all that funding. So right now, you know, with the new year starting up and us getting a lot of referrals from district court, with people getting DUIs or public intox, whatever it may be. We're getting a lot of referrals from district court, hey, can you help me with my driver's license? And for months, I had to tell people, unfortunately, I can't. Unless you have a felony conviction and you qualify for our reentry program, I can't help you. But because I've gotten so many referrals and calls from people needing to go through those things, I went to my manager and said, hey, is there something we can do at least for our citizens? Because the grant program, we were assisting members of a fairly recognized tribe in our jurisdiction. And you do have to pass a drug screening. Now I know, and one of the questions that I always got was, well, I have a medical marijuana card. Is that okay? It's not. It's not okay. It's like, dude, that's just like asking me, I drink, hey, I drank a tall boy before I came in here. I'm probably gonna fail. Is that okay? No, it's not. So there's no exception for the medical marijuana card. Everybody has to be clean coming through. So some of the things that, will help them with, like I said, they do have to be a Muscogee Creek citizen, they have to live in a jurisdiction, and they have to pass the drug screening. And so I'm sure everybody in this room probably knows somebody that has a suspended driver's license. Probably hasn't had it in 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I've gotten calls from people who have not had a license for that long. And sometimes the reinstatement fees are ridiculous. So some of the things, we will assist up to $500 per citizen on those things. Because I don't know if y'all aren't familiar with the process, you have to get a drug and alcohol assessment done. You have to do DUI classes. You have to do a victim's impact panel. Then you have to pay your reinstatement fee. And, your reinstatement fee alone for a DUI can be $315. Now, if you've had multiple DUIs, that amount can be $500. It could be $1,000. And I think one of the largest reinstatement fees that I saw was probably like $3,000. Now, the person that got that license reinstated should be very fortunate to get that assistance from us because we had the funding in that grant program that allowed us to do so. And, that was one of the highest ones that I ever saw. Now, if you guys, if you're ever, traveling west on I-40, once you're kind of passing through Henrietta, our campus is right there, right off of I-40. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but that's us right there. There's little, they look like dorms over there. That's our 36-bed living facility that we have there on our campus for our men and female clients. And we actually reserved one of our housing units for students going through the fiber optic cable that don't live close by. So if somebody lives in Tulsa or Eufaula or McAllister or wherever it may be, we reserve a unit for those students to come and stay there. And they basically just stay there while they're in class and then go home for the weekend and come back just for the duration of the training period. And that's just to help with transportation issues. So, we're not setting them up for failure. Trying to think. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Yes, ma'am.
You said the program was basically for people, 2 years?
We have a 2-year time frame. When somebody's released from incarceration, they have 2 years to contact our office.
Okay, so if they've been released 5 years, they're too late.
They're too late. Now I haven't approached this yet. I brought it up before and I can't promise that it'll happen, but I've kind of raised, the concern like, hey, I don't think the 2-year time frame is stupid, but I think we should probably get rid of that. I was like, because you could have somebody that, didn't know we existed and have stayed out of trouble for so long, and they might just need a little bit of help with something. So.
That's why I asked, because I know.
Yeah.
Okay, and if y'all have any more questions, appreciate it, Mark. If you have any more questions for Mark, I'm sure you'll be here for just a little bit.
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit, but then I also have flyers and stuff back there on the table that I left. It's got my our office contact information on it and everything.
Okay, appreciate you coming. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Next, we're down to reports and smoke shop report. This is for the month of August. And as we said, we're still running behind because of bank statements that are not coming in as needed. So this is for smoke shop number one for the month of August. Total income was $154,951.28. Total cost of goods sold was $130,661.66. Gross profit was $24,289.62. Total expense for the month, $32,770.52, with a negative $8,480.90, realizing that there was 3 payrolls in August, and all those payrolls come out of smoke shop number one. This is smoke shop number two for the month of August. Total income was $185,264.03. Total cost of goods sold, $156,596.85. Gross profit was $28,667.18. Total expense for the month was $20,232.06, making a net income of $7,935.12. And next we'll have the community and CMD report.
This is for August. Our total income was $208.91. And our net income was minus $925.30. In our accounts, in our Armstrong operations, we have $13,827.43. In our BOK, we have $50,518.05. In our Armstrong Special, we have $7,744.48. In our First Family Federal Credit Union, we have $187,586.48. In our Elders account, we have $6,526.39. In our Tulsa Teachers Credit Union, we have $202,247.10. And our Tulsa Teachers Credit Union number two, we have $40,341.51. And our CMD funds. Okay, our operation expense was $1,746.30. And our expense was $3,975.08. We have a net income of minus $3,975.08. And in the savings, we have $7,850.74. Thank you.
You've heard the report coming from the smoke shops, community and CMD. I need a motion and a second to approve reports. Motion by Jeff, second by Tony Fields. All in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Next one. What is that? Yes. We're down to item 9, old business community issues. And the only old business that we do have is that the elders trip set for October 22nd through the 24th. All the rooms has been reserved, and we had a couple of cancellations. So the last two that was on the list, I believe, was Jenny Grimm and Vicky Brinsfield. So y'all guys have been added to the list to go. And when, Sue reserved the rooms, there was only like 30 rooms reserved. We had so many couples that took up those rooms, but there may be one or two of you that I think Lily and Annette's gonna be roommates. And there's a few more of you, so if you want to know who you are and who you're with, you need to ask me after the meeting. But those have been taken care of. We'll leave at 7 a.m. From the community center here on the morning of October 22nd and return about 8 p.m. on October the 24th. Any questions? Okay.
You're right, the park out here, right?
Yes, and if you're gonna park out here, I would ask that maybe you park as before, kind of further this way, leaving maybe 4 or 5 parking spaces up here, so people that are coming to the center will be able to have a parking space. Okay, moving, any questions on that? What now? I mean, 2 of you are talking to me at the same time. Now, which, okay, Amy, 7 a.m. on the morning of October 22nd. Okay, who had a question? Okay. Do you have a question? Oh, she did. Oh, an agenda? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, moving on down to new business. Item number 1, smoke shop point of sale replacement. We're going to have to replace the computers in the smoke shop number 1. It's to upgrade the software and replace the computers, and we're probably gonna have to do that in smoke shop number 2 once that new building, and hopefully the new building gets in place. The total cost for the software update and new computers is $2,387.87. And this will come out of the CMD funds for 2025. And we should be receiving that first check in the new year shortly after October 15th, which is just a day from now. So that money will come out of the CMD fund. I need a motion and a second to, motion by Vicky and second by Martha Armstrong to approve $2,387.87 for the software update and new computers for smoke shop number 1. There's a motion and a second on the floor. Any discussion or question? Okay. The old ones, normally time Scott kind of use them as, I guess, replacement in some areas, or take some parts off of them. We really haven't, thought much about it. Yes. But there's always something here. I know in the past we brought computers up here from some places and maybe put them in the library or whatever else. We have never actually got to the point of selling any of that equipment once we take it out of those locations. Any other discussion or question? If not, all in favor of the motion, please signify by the raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. And I would like for all the individuals that are participating in the Halloween contest, but let me find my list here. And you might want to get you a seat and bring it up here. But I have my judges. No, have one of my judges. Okay.
You need me for anything, I'm gonna take some
No,
pictures.
go ahead,
of
you
all
know,
of
go
them.
ahead, yeah. You guys can come up here, bring your chair up here on the second row if you can make it up without fuss.
Up there?
Yes. Oh, your face, oh, no, I don't think so. I'm sorry,
I'm native Jason.
sorry, I'm not helping anybody out up here. I still think about the old Chucky that's in here somewhere. Yeah, and Donna knows where. I have to think about him sometime when I'm in here. Okay, is that Tony over there?
No.
Is not? Okay, we want to really appreciate all of you guys for dressing up and making this evening worthwhile. But I have I thought about using the audience as the judge and you would clap for the one that you thought was the best. Is that the way y'all want to do it? Okay, all right, the one that gets the loudest clap will move into maybe first place. And then the next, we have 5 places. So anyway, who is this right here? I want you to stand up and introduce yourself and tell what character you are. Starting with you, Kirby.
My name's Kirby, but I go by DJ Marshmallow.
Okay, next.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
Alden Lusty, Little Brave.
I'm Ray, I'm Toy Story the top.
I'm Jason, I'm Funky, the Northman of the Woods.
Right here, there.
And Derek Manley, I'm native Jason Voorhees.
Next.
Oh my gosh.
Who did you say you were? Who? Okay, go ahead, baby.
My name is Trey Trooper. Star Wars Trooper.
Okay.
I'm Lisa and I'm a baby dog. Do you want to play with my baby dog?
Okay. I forgot who this is now. DJ somebody, Marshmallow. Okay, let's hear a hand for Miss Marshmallow here. What kind of, yeah, okay. And Miss Nature Woman, Mother Nature here. Okay, Jeff. Ray. And Jason. Daryl. And Tony. And Derek. And Miss Amy, the pink lady here. And I don't even know who that is over there. And the baby here. So Lisa. You know, I think all these claps was even to me. Ain't nobody got really excited over anything up here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let my judges make this decision. Martha Armstrong, you're one of the judges. Penny Mitchell, you're one of the judges. Charlotte Lee, you're one of the judges. Pat Lone Crier, you're one of the judges. And Dana Minnick, you're one of the judges. So y'all can get together in a little spot or whatever else and hover around and say what's what. Y'all need a note tablet to write on? Oh, you did. Just go back there. Y'all can go in the library there if you want to. I mean, in the computer room, I'm sorry. Go in the computer room. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all got about 5 minutes while I sing. Yeah, I need, let's see, Kobe and Josh and,
Say Gerald, but he can't live up with his hand.
and,
Stephen.
yes, Steve. Would y'all go, Stephen?
Go downstairs
And get
that
that
and bring it up
stuff,
here.
those boxes or whatever they're in out of the refrigerator.
We have to figure this out.
Oh, yeah. There's 5 places. Okay, guys, we haven't been dismissed yet, and we just see the Representative Proctor walked in, so I'm gonna let you come on up if you dare to come up here with all these vicious looking people sitting up here.
Good evening, everyone. I just, let's talk about, our LNC that we just completed last Tuesday, excuse me. We went through our budget hearings. We've done that. So we'll be passing the budget, the cab here next month or so. But a lot of them was, we had some MOUs, which was a memorandum of understanding with some facilities for a lot of Creek homes. We had some additional routes added to the transportation plan, and also the bridge constructions that are in several counties, including McIntosh. We're looking at working on several bridges. It's basically an 8 to 10 year process, but they are going to be on the list, and they'll be working on that also. So they keep putting them on there, and so hopefully we can get those worked on. I've seen several of them that was here in McIntosh district. Galen wasn't able to be here tonight. He was at a wake service. And also there's going to be a a revitalization program. They're gonna build a guided language learning application. Basically, it's gonna be on your phone, an app for the Greek language. They've got a grant for that, so that'll be coming out in probably next year. So it'll be for students, even adults. They'll be looking at coming out for your whether it's iPhone or whatever phone you do have. That's just kind of a small rundown of what we do have. Anybody have any questions?
One of the bridges the old Stone Bridge?
It may be, I'll have to look. I got a big list, but yeah, I can look at it. We got that. Hopefully it is.
Yeah, that'd be real handy to have the bridge back in there.
Mhm. Okay. All right, thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Yes.
Earl, when you went over there to processing over at Besides plant.
Mhm.
I mean, I went over there and got a beef processed. Is there any way we could talk to someone about giving the Creek or anybody, the citizens, a discount for getting a beef processed there?
Getting the process a discount, I can definitely ask them and see if there's anything that they can do, or if there are. You said you had yours there?
Yeah, they did do a real good job.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things down there. Processing fee is a little higher than the rest of the slaughterhouses, so,
Okay,
it'd be worthwhile.
Yes.
A little bit more expensive, but they did a real good job.
okay, all right, yeah, I'll definitely find out and ask them what they can do. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
Are we on legislation for the smoke shop?
Yeah, we'll get that. Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about it, but talk would be about that tonight.
Okay, after the meeting?
Yes.
Okay,
And that's all I have.
okay, all right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Guess I'll take my rightful place back here. Okay, the judges have selected the winners. The winners, and we have in fifth place, Daryl Miller. In fourth place, we have, backseat. Okay, this one here with the app. Right. Please don't use it. Derek, huh? Okay. Okay, and third place is the woman with the poison right here. Yeah, I know it. I don't know who she is. And is that a name? Oh, wow. Boy, you got me and then I tell you.
I know.
Goodness,
Good job.
it sure is. Okay, and second place goes to Jason down here with the animal hanging out. Drum roll. And the first place goes to the young man here that's in there. All right, again, we appreciate all of you for dressing up. After the meeting has adjourned, you need to come and see me, and give me your full name or whatever else. I have something for you to sign, and then I'll award you your prize, okay? Okay, first place gets, I think we said at the first place gets $150. Second place gets $100. Third place gets $75. And fourth gets $50 and fifth gets $25. And we want to appreciate all of you. Thank you for participating. Well, I know Derek got me with this axe anyway. I wonder what would beat me on my backside here. Got it, yes. Yeah. Where's Darren? Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead and give him one, yeah. Amar, would you come up here, please? Well, it's like this, if you ever come visit Chakota, we don't never let you leave empty-handed, and we appreciate you coming, so we're just gonna award you with a package of pork chop. You said you didn't want them? Oh.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And then you get Daryl. Okay, next, community issues, I don't believe we have any community issues. Let me see. Okay, we're going to do I just want to maybe announce this. We, need to approve up under community issues, to purchase like 80 items from the, what's the place out there? What's the meat place?
Foursquare.
Yeah, Square 4, or whatever it's called. And we're gonna buy the turkeys and hams from them. We're gonna purchase Loop Square, okay. Purchase 40 hams and 40 turkeys for them for Thanksgiving baskets. 80 baskets are all we're gonna do. And we will hand those out on November 22nd. And, we'll have probably a notification of that probably around 1st of November when you can come and sign up for that. Okay, I need a motion and a second to go ahead and get this approved, so I can get it up. Motion by Vicky, second by Tony, to approve purchasing, a total of 40 hams and 40 turkeys from Loop Square, or Loop 4, or whatever. Okay. There's a motion and a second on the floor. Any discussion? Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Any discussion? If none, are you ready to vote? All in favor, please signify by raising of your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried.
Well, you made the motion and seconded.
Well, it came from over here, Vicky, and then Tony. Okay, and okay, under, okay, any, what is that? Yeah, what I would, let's see, Kobe. Where's Kobe at? Oh, come ahead and get these tickets here and pass everyone out one of those little, those little strips, and you have to use your own, ink pen. Yeah, give one, start on this front row, hand them one.
I'll be passing out the candy.
Okay. And if you are not a community member, please don't accept one, okay?
What do we
You put your name on there, and then we'll come by it with the cup and put your, ticket in there. When you get through with your name, I'm gonna have you do a little walking. Please bring your ticket up and put it in this bucket, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, talk, y'all. Well, that's what I'm what's gonna happen today. It's around the shape, we
Are you? Oh, you did? Good deal. Yeah, I know, yeah. Oh, you did?
I was got two left.
Oh, wow, throw one on my side. Throw one on my side. We'll share. Yeah, they put them up there in the deal. Yeah, yeah. I just need you to hand that out. If they coming up here, putting them back in there.
Where are you going?
In that red bucket.
Hour and a half to do all this.
Oh,
That's fine, that's fine.
I don't know how many buckets. I guess you can go get it. Yeah, I guess you can get it and see, yeah. Okay, we're back to order here. Did everyone have your name up here in this bucket? Okay, before we get to the drawings, I wanted to, I'm gonna appoint, let's see, Jeff and Josh. And maybe Kirby. No, you don't have to do anything. Then maybe we'll go with, I'll go stick with who I have. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. What I wanted you to do is, since, the elders went on a trip, and I know every year we try to take a group of you to see the Oklahoma City Thunders or whatever else, I would like for that 3 that I just named to maybe get together and see when would be a good time. Maybe you can take a few of you to the game. Are you under?
Or maybe somewhere they don't.
Yeah, if you don't want to go to the game. I know they're having 3 games by the end of this year. I think one's on November 15th, one's on November 17th, and one's on December 31st. They play the Phoenix Suns on the 15th, Dallas Mavericks on the 17th, and Minnesota Timberwolves on the 31st. So think about it. Get with me when you maybe come up with something, and we'll go from there, okay? All right. Okay, and we had the officers, and there were several had asked about the REMA lights in December, so we've got that on the back burner. We'll see what we can do with that as well. And also I wanted to announce, John Tiger is having a storytelling event. It's at his house on October 18th from 6 o'clock until, don't know what time. They're accepting food donations, but it'll be wieners, hot dog buns, chili, chips, and dessert. And this is supposed to be a ghost telling story event or whatever else. It'll be out kind of centered out in the woods or whatever else. And my understanding is John Tiger lives way out in the woods. So anyway, it'll be pretty scary. Yeah, okay. But anyway, if you're interested, I have the directions here to his house, and the officers also had talked about if there's not too many or whatever else, our passenger van out here holds 15 people, so we may take that if some of you are interested. But maybe between here and here in the next day or so, you need to call up here and maybe tell Scott if you're interested in going.
This is Friday night, right?
Yeah, Friday night.
Bring your own chair.
Yeah, bring your own chair.
Blankets or whatever you want to
Yeah.
sit on.
Yeah. Cause it's gonna be nothing but you and the hoot owls. Okay.
Wow.
And I did want to share with this, and then I'm gonna, anybody else got any announcements from the floor? Okay, and Mark's still back there if you need to talk to him, but I wanted to share this with everybody. I got kind of chewed out afterwards because it was not announced in the meeting, but I did receive the Oklahoma educators inducted into the Educators Hall of Fame. And that was on September 27th. And this is my award here, along with my certificate. So it was right in my. But any announcements from the floor?
Yes, I'd like to announce that you deserve it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
It's July back here, which like to speak like so.
Okay, okay. Okay, and is it at the community center? Okay, all right. Revival at the Eufaula Indian Community next week, starting at 7. Is it at 7? At 7? Yeah, it's every night, and I know there's 5 speakers every night, so if you can, go out. I'm sure they'd love to have you.
Don't forget that all you gotta have is your, citizenship number,
Yeah,
so have it, ready.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna draw the first one. Jeff Francis. Oh, the first one is Lisa Billy.
Yeah. So we don't have to worry about who's getting what, there, everybody's getting a nice deal of pork chops.
Okay, second person is Emery Storm. Emery? You work- Oh, okay.
So you sign your name and we need your citizenship number.
Oh, my God.
Boy, you got slow, ain't
And we'll go store. And he'll bring it in a minute. Here you go, darling. There you go. Here you go.
Next person is Donna Highfield.
You betcha.
Next person is Amy Park.
You did good, that's cute. Thank you, Don.
Next person is Meadow Fields. Meadow Fields. Well, he didn't put he did not put a first name on here, so I gave the person a name. So it's Meadow Fields in here. So if you don't fit that description, if that person can't produce some ID with Meadow Fields on it, then it's not him.
Put it back in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it back in here. No, you didn't, Mr. The word Fields.
No, that one's not mine. I put Tony on it.
You put Tony on yours?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, then I guess that's Terry.
Terry.
Oh, Terry.
Terry
Here.
Field.
Okay, well, apologize.
We'll take Terry's.
Okay, Terry, you have a deal of pork chops. I'm sorry, Tony. Thank you. I know it. Well, she don't fit Meadow Fields either, so anyway. Okay, the next person is Debbie Bear.
Yes. Yes.
Next person is Penny Mitchell. Next person is Ariana Lee. Ariana Lee.
That was a good way to do it.
Next person is Josh Taylor.
No, Penny, you betcha.
Next person is Dazo C. Jackson. No, David Jackson. It looked like Dazo on here. I'm just ratting everybody out.
Hey, Johnson. Good.
Jason Rice.
He said it took him a couple of hours to do all these.
An hour and a half. Hour and a half.
Next is Derek Manley.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Three out. Annette. That scary woman back there.
Stumble now.
I know it. Excuse me. Oh, just looking at that face terrorizes me. Next is Lori Dugan. Okay. Oh, just sign up and then go get it. Next is Gaynell Warrior. Next is Buddy York. Next is initial R, initial A, initial Y. Now, who is that? Ray.
Hey, that's. Right?
If it, next, y'all sending me into the guessing game. Okay, Patricia Lonecrier.
Yeah.
Next is General Esco.
You bet.
Next is Lois Lawson. Lois, are you there? Okay, I see her.
I'm here.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Put one for Lois. Okay. Next is Virginia Draper.
Okay.
Next is Benji.
She's on the line.
Okay.
Mado.
Okay, you're welcome. Benji.
You want to set it over here.
Next is Martha Armstrong.
Good job, Mark.
Next is Pam Keys.
There you go. Now you get here. You bet.
Okay, this one is Mark Harjo, but he already has his, so, yeah.
44870.
Next is Barbara Lee.
Here we go. Yeah, oh, this is cute.
Next is Kelly Townsend.
With your clothes on. It's mom's.
Lois is, I think they're recruiting, Lois is up there.
You gonna take Moses?
Yeah.
Okay, here's.
Lori, oh, when you get a chance, here's she's getting,
I
Lois.
just handed her one,
Oh, well,
and
then,
we can take that off.
okay.
You betcha.
Next is Homer Dan.
Been off working?
Put that one up here, she already got it. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Next is Dana Minute.
Sir, got it. Then a minute, Miss Minnie.
Next is Lenorma Dan. Next is Lily Hill. How many more? Oh, I know that's a psychiatrist.
Still working on
Y'all didn't know Lily was a psychiatrist, did you? She's presently taking patients. Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah, she'll take you on a ride somewhere you don't want to go. Next, Jenny Graham. Next, Celeste Lee. Oh, Lord. What's the shop over there in it? Next is Rob Morrison.
It's all Kim, we can.
2759.
Next is Summer Tankersley. Are you there, Summer?
Thank you.
You're welcome. It'll be here at the community center. You need to pick it up.
Yeah, I'll get it tomorrow.
Next is Tessa July. Tracy. Oh, Lordy Lord, Tony Fields.
Show them everybody, I did write my own name out, didn't
Okay, just one name on here, Jane. Is that on the screen?
Yeah, Jane.
Jane Hughart. Are you there, Jane?
Yes.
Okay,
What I win?
you want some pork chops?
Woo!
Okay, you can pick them up. You can pick them up tomorrow or whenever.
All right, sweet.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't get my full job, did I? Huh?
Next, Sue Hughart. Sue.
Madam.
Yes. Next is the Raymond Dan. Next is Carolyn King.
Here we go. Richard.
Oh, this is another one. Juanetta Martin. Yeah, she act like she don't want it, like she can't get up.
You don't want it.
Next, Robin Hayes. Keep dropping it in here, stay up here. Next, Charlene Tolliver. How many left, Donna?
Four, five.
Okay, next is Tony Grayson.
Here you go.
Next, Jeff Francis. You sweating back there, wasn't you?
I thought Kirby didn't put my name in
Oh, you
the
did?
book.
Oh, yes.
And
you
she's like,
did.
here, let me take it from you. I'm like, I'm here, put it in there.
I wouldn't trust Kirby either.
Right?
Next is Helen McKibben.
And we have 1, 2, 3 more.
3 more, okay. Next is Kirby.
I guess you did put our name in there, Kirby. Maybe you know.
And 3 more.
She does, I like her.
Got 2 more,
2 more,
2 more.
3 more actually.
Okay, next,
No,
Joyce
2 more.
Weeks.
No. And the last one.
Okay, and the last one is Tim of Warrior.
No, that's okay. No, Tim, that's all right.
It's all right, I'll do it again.
Okay, if no more announcements, we're gonna do the benediction and get adjourned and get out of here. And like I said, the Halloween contest winners need to come up here and see me.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone want to give us the benediction? If not, dear gracious Father, our Father who art in heaven, dear Lord, once again, here we are, and we just want to say we thank you. We thank you, Lord, for being with us here in this meeting. We thank you, Lord, for blessing Shakota Indian community and all its members. Dear God, we just ask that you just be with us wherever we go. Dear God, and we know that we can't ever give you enough praise and thanks for all that you've done in our lives. I pray for those that are going through illnesses right now, is facing obstacles in their lives, trials and tribulations, but have them to know that you're the one in control of it all, and have them to lean on you in their time of need. Dear God, we just ask that you just bless each everyone a safe travel home, and pray if it's your will that we'll meet again here at the appointed time and place. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
We need a motion and a second to adjourn. Motion by Jeff, second by Amy to adjourn. All in favor of adjournment, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 7:24.